Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another cast of League of Legends. This is a ranked game. It's myself playing as Morgana, and no other teammates I know of. It was completely random being matched up, but this is one heck of a game. Some excellent play style by Teemo especially, and some great teamwork on getting specific ganks here. Pretty cool skin by Vigar there. Whoop! Looks like we're ready to go. We are starting in the bottom left corner as the enemy starts in the top right. Always the diagonal plan of attack. And the enemy happens to lay down a clairvoyance. Teemo's asking me if I can go to the top. I don't even answer. I'm going mid. That's what I'm comfortable with.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift.
Alistar will be taking bottom. Teemo looks like he wanted to take mid, but he's probably going to go top. And Trundle. Karth is still back at the base, trying to decide which lane they're going to go. Always important to have a good team up or matchup in your lane. If you have two squishes in a lane, that could really pose a problem if the opponent has two ADs, or a tank and an AD, or a tank and a squishy. With that AP power, because they can just charge in once they get high enough level and burn one of the characters down while the other one tries to do damage. So having a good matchup in your specific lanes with your teammates and knowing what you're doing at the beginning of the game is crucial. And don't be afraid to switch if it seems that one of your lanes is just getting overpowered by a duo of your opponent. Then feel free to switch one person from your top and one person from your bottom. Just make sure to do it quickly and at a good time when the opponent is not beating down on your turret. So that is a good strategy to have, but also to try to coordinate that at the beginning of the game in that chat while you're waiting for people to choose which champions they want and to ban specific champions at the beginning. The champion I've seen banned the most has been Annie, specifically because of the amount of damage she can do at the end of the game. She's an incredible carry. So Vigar and Morgana will be in the mid doing the dance of death here, back and forth, trying to get those last kills on the minions. Alistar and Teemo will be down at the bottom, Captain Teemo. And Karth is up top with Trundle jungling. So a good mix up here. Just trying to get those last kills on those minions, getting that XP, going up in those levels. Also important too is the way or the method or the what's the word? The order, there we go, of the different, almost got him, the different spells that you have. I, as Morgana, like to go Tormented Soil first. People disagree on that, but I like to get Tormented Soil because it's an instant cast, and I'll have to try to do a skill shot on the opponent, and it gets those minions down in health and allows me to score 3 last hits on a minion, on those minions, which is great to farm for gold, and so I try to get that to level 3 as fast as possible.
First blood.
Very important. Karth is getting the first blood here up top. Master Yi just ran right into his AP damage there, and he says, Ramus, you haven't done anything. So sorry I missed that, but I was just trying to explain the order of importance for the different spells here, and every character is different. And that's the beauty about this game, is that you can play each character differently. Each character has its strengths and weaknesses and its different roles that it can take. So Master Yi is teleported back up top, trying to get some revenge against Karthus here, taking out some of those minions with the last hit, getting that gold. At the bottom, Alistar and Teemo have pushed. They're about the mid-river, a good position to have, going back and forth, trying to take out those minions. Jarvan and the Tarek there, some opponents with some good amount of health, good amount of armor. Hard for Squishy to take down depending on their build there. But Alistar, again, is a great tank. Can also be teched into an AD and can deal and take some serious damage, while Teemo can definitely put those mushrooms down and hit from a distance and even turn invisible when not moving. Okay, the Dance of Death continues in the middle. And the luck of the Irish Vigar is kind of back towards his turret as Morgana is pushing a little bit forward, trying to get those last hits on those minions. Karthus and Yi are back and forth. Yi tries to go in for Karthus. Karthus moves back towards his turret, does damage against him. Yi moves back. No clear victor there. Karthus trying to get some last hits of the minions as Tarek and Jarvan are moving in past the river towards Teemo and Alistair. Trying to inch closer and closer to that turret and getting those last kills, last hits on those minions there for that kill and the extra gold. Morgana about at the mid-river as well, trying to get those last hits. Veigar still hugging his turret, low on mana. Morgana is doing well on mana. She is well over half of her bar filled. And Karthus still doing damage against Yi. Yi moving in. The minion push is very good up against the turret. A little bit of damage to the turret, but Karthus will clean that up pretty easy. And Alistair and Teemo still on the bottom, taking out those minions. They're getting pushed a little bit towards their turn, but they have to push out a little bit, maybe past the river. It is not time yet for a gank, however. Morgana just hit level 6. It's ult time for her. So if she chooses, she could come down that river and take them out, but it looks like she's going to continue to put some pressure on that turret and for Veigar to keep backing up and to keep taking out those minions. Master Yi moving in against Karthus, seems here, just taking out those minions and backs up before the turret can target him. Alistair and Teemo going back and forth here with Jarvan and Tarek. The minions have pushed past the river, still in that same position, but Teemo and Alistair seem to be doing fine, holding ground here, and Morgana has stood back against the tower, trying to find out where Veigar is. Maybe get a throw out mid-Mia to let the rest of her team know that he is missing. He probably went back to base, try to get some... Oh, and there's the mid-Mia. Good call. Maybe we should have done a little bit sooner there. But Yi trying to move in for Karthus. Yi doesn't have that much health. Karthus is over 50% HP, but Yi moves back. And mid is still Mia. Veigar is still missing. There's Veigar. He just pops right back in the mid. Does some damage with those minions. Morgana still getting those minion kills when Veigar is down. Probably will be higher than him in XP and in gold, which is a great advantage to have, to stay in your lane as long as possible to continue to have that streaming of mana and gold. And Jarvan goes down from Trundle. Trundle, the jungler, coming in and taking him out, help him with the gank. Tarek's going to be pushed back. These minions are going to be pushed back. And Trundle is still staying in the river. Wonder if he can get another gank on or just go back to jungling. That tricky jungler can just pop out at any time within those lanes, and so if you're pushing towards the past the river, towards your opponent's base, you have to try to keep an eye out for those entrances where the river is, where the jungle is, to see if they're going to pop out, and try to look at your mini-map back and forth to see if he is, or she, depending on who the jungle is still in the jungle or has popped out somewhere, allowing you to either push forward or be cautious about going past that river. You have to have that serious situational awareness of what's going on at all times on the minimap, and it can be hard because you have a lot to focus on when you're trying to take down minions and take down these champions. But it's very key, and it's also very key to communicate that to the rest of your team, because knowing where your enemy is half the battle. Okay, in the mid, Morgana and Veigar still going at it. We have Teemo and Alistair hiding in the grass, just waiting for their opponents to push out a bit. These minions have gone past the river, trying to maybe get towards that turret, but Jarvan and Tarek are going to take them down. Veigar at next to no health. Morgana over 50%, or next to no mana, excuse me. Morgana over 50% of mana. Can clearly take him out if he makes a mistake, if she's able to get a stun down, and then can ult, and then throw an ignite, and a tormented soil for him to just burn. And there's Master Yi popping out of the grass. Karthus trying to do some damage here, but here comes Trundle trying to take him out. Maybe he's going to escape. No, the stun goes off. He's slowed. Continually doing damage, but he teleports. However, Karthus does the same, trying to land another. Oh, he's going to ult him. Is it enough? It's enough. Yi goes down. And that damage also translates over to Tarek, Jarvan, and Veigar. That was a crazy little dance there, but Trundle coming in such a clutch moment to help take him out. Ooh, and the long-range stun from Morgana on Veigar. He was not expecting that. Great execution, just whittling away at his HP and making him use those health pots is advantageous, definitely, to make them use those items that burns through their gold. And the last hits there going on. Alistair and Teemo still staying within mid-range there next to the river, trying to get that minion push going to put some pressure on that turret. Vigar still low on mana, trying to do what he can to take out minions. And Morgana is a level above with over 50% mana against Vigar. She definitely is in a great position to push forward and take him out. Just a little warning shot, it seemed, to that Dark Binding. However, Nocturne, the other jungler, is coming through blue towards the blue, and there's a Club of Death right in his face. Will Nocturne go down? He's at such low health. Yi comes in to help. However, Trundle's staying on Nocturne. Nocturne tries to teleport. Trundle does the same. And, oh, Morgana misses, but she lays down a Tormented Soil and gets the ult, and he is down. Yi is slowed by Karthus' spell, and the chase is on. And Master Yi turns around, trying to run the other way, and Teemo shows up. Kabam, he is dead. Excellent teamwork and team grouping advantage in that situation. Trundle staying on Nocturne, using his teleport right after Nocturne did. Great way to counter the opponent's actions there to try to escape. And Alistair is still at the bottom, trying to hold on, staying within mid-range, not letting these minions push, but at the same time, Jarvan and Taric not pushing. However, Teemo is spotted by Jarvan, takes some damage there. Alistair moves in to try to help, but Teemo is able to get out. Looks like they might have that area warded. And Karthus is pushing up top, trying to get some damage against that turret. And there's a clairvoyance from one of the opposing forces there, trying to see what's going on in that grass. Spot any Teemo or Alistair shenanigans in the grass there. And Morgana now has the blue. Oh, takes some serious damage from Vigar. Vigar's damage translates over into the amount of AP power the opponent has. The more AP Morgana has, the more damage Vigar can do to her with his spells. So it's a tough situation sometimes being an AP character, or even an AP support character up against Vigar. However, he was burning through his mana continually, and Morgana is able to lay down a Tormented Soil to get some more last hits on those minions and more gold for her. Oh, and a great shot of that Dark Binding. And Vigar has to move back while Morgana does the same to take out these minions, and she will push back towards the middle. Jarvan and Taric still in the midsection of the river there, but getting pushed back a little bit with these minions pushing and trying to get some pressure on that turret. However, Alistair is moving back to home base, trying to maybe spend some gold on some items. I'm sure he has enough to get some upgrades there. And Morgana still going back and forth with Vigar. Vigar, however, is Mia. The mid has been called missing in action. Karthus taking some damage from Yi, but Yi pulling back after taking a hit from a turret, and these minions are going to do a little bit of damage to the turret or to Karthus, depending on what he wants to pull from. But the minions on the blue side come in to support, and he is able to take them out. Teemo still doing some damage at the bottom, while Trundle moves into the mid to try to take out Vigar. He's stunned, however, and Nocturne's going to move in with his ult, and everything goes dark. And now Trundle is under attack from Nocturne and Vigar. He is taking some damage. Morgana moves in, but just misses with the Dark Binding. She's taking damage. She needs to get out of there. She ults, slows down the enemies. They try to chase her, but they move back knowing that they'll be slowed, and she moves back to the turn. However, Vigar, Taric, and Jarvan are in the another Dark Binding miss, just whiffing those Dark Bindings there. She needs to take more time to aim and know where she's going to hit. She's going to stay with the turn to defend it while these minions move in. Probably going to lay down a Tormented Soul. There it is. Vigar does some serious damage against Morgana with his spell there, and Nocturne moves through the jungle, trying to decide where he's going to go and see if he can get a gank on the mid as well. While Master Yi is taking out the turret, or trying to at least. However, somebody lays down a defensive spell on the turn. I can't remember what that's called because I hardly use it on my team, but it increases the output of the turret, and you can't do any damage to it whatsoever. I was Trundle's saying if I was blind. Not cool, Trundle. I was focusing on something else, not you getting killed. I'm trying to remember what that spell is to clear that defense on that turret. I know what it is. I just can't remember it. All right. Teemo in the mid, cleaning up here. Alistair at the bottom. Trundle pissed that he died, but the rest of the team was there. And yes, Morgana did whiff that Dark Binding. A little bit quiet on the Western Front here as Vigar shows back up. However, he is still low on mana, just burning through his mana, using one spell at a time, it seems. Not good. Not good if you can only use one spell at a time. Teemo, Morgana in the mid, try to clean stuff up. Master Yi trying to take down Karthus. However, he is taking damage, and he will be slowed if he goes through that warp gate there. Karthus continually putting some DPS against him, but just back and forth these guys are going. Karthus trying to stay towards the tower. He's hoping the tower will activate and take him out, and Master Yi gets out of there before he gets lured into the tower range and taken out. Morgana about to hit level 12. There's level 12, the highest level character right now because of being in the mid. Nocturne shows up at the top in the grass, waiting for Karthus to move back. He ults, trying to target down Karthus. However, Karthus is probably moving back towards the turret, which he is. He is taken out. However, the turret is focusing Nocturne, but Nocturne's able to get out of there. And Yi and Nocturne have successfully taken out Karthus, unfortunately, while the mid tried to push in towards the opponent's turret. However, Nocturne will head back to base. Yi will clean up the minions, and top needs some help. And bottom maybe getting a hit from Nocturne. And Yi shows up trying to put some damage on the turret. Trundle with his big club trying to take him out. However, the turret goes down. Master Yi is slowed by Trundle. Oh, exhaust burned on Yi. There's the ult from Karthus. Is it enough? Not enough, but Trundle stays on him and Trundle takes him out. While in the mid, Vigar is just a little bit over 50 HP, while Morgana is almost full mana and HP, trying to take out those minions and maybe get a kill on Vigar. However, the bottom is getting pushed. Alistair has to stay back with the turn to do some defensive maneuvers here as he takes out these minions and tries to... Oh, he is not within range of the turret. He is getting smacked down, however. Oh, too far away from the turret. Not a good move by Alistair, trying to take out those minions. It didn't make any sense. All right, Teemo moving in, trying to get a hit here. Does some damage against Jarvan. Tries to get some damage up against... Oh, and there's a move in from Morgana and ults. And they're slow, and they're going to focus on Jarvan. Jarvan is stunned. He takes another stun, and bam, he is down. Teemo gets the kill for Jarvan. And the bottom is safe for now. Trundle and Yi going back and forth in a slugfest. Sword against a giant bat. And Yi's able to heal and come back and pull another move against Trundle. Trundle still staying on him, still doing that damage. Vigar had moved up toward the turret in the mid. Now he's maybe gonna... Nope, he's gonna stay in the mid. However, Karthus and Morgana are on him. Morgana runs into the stun. Not a smart move. However, Vigar saw them coming and threw down that stun. Another wasted Dark Binding from Morgana. Just off her aim today. And Nocturne had moved up to the top, did his ult, killed Trundle, it seemed, and will try to push up top. However, Karthus has come up to defend, and the dance of death still continues in the mid between Morgana and Vigar. At the bottom, Alistair is still staying with his minions, trying to get a minion push up against Taric, trying to get some pressure on that turret. If he can get take these minions out, he knows that nothing really is going on at the bottom except for Taric being there, but not for long because opponents are disappearing, and the only person on the mini-map right now is Taric for the blue team. Now Vigar showed up, and there's Jarvan. Looks like they're trying to do a gank on the middle. And Morgana and Teemo in the mid, Trundle on the way, trying to see if they can orchestrate a gank here while they're focusing on that turret. Vigar in the open. The stun is down. However, Morgana's stunned. She ults, but Vigar teleports out of the way. Jarvan takes the brunt of the ult. Oh, Morgana takes an epic hit from... Oh, and she is stuck in Jarvan's ult. Oh, and Karthus ults and takes out Jarvan. Morgana is too low on health to do anything right now, while Trumbull and Teemo are in the mid trying to focus down Yi. However, they still have Nocturne. They switch over to Nocturne. They switch over to Yi, trying to do damage on either one. They switch to Yi. Yi's almost dead. However, Yi gets out of there because of his incredible speed. Nocturne throws a little defensive maneuver there, and another Dark Binding that goes nowhere from Morgana. Seems to be a theme from her in this game. Alistair still at the bottom trying to take out Taric, going back and forth between that minion push, trying to get those minions on the turret. Karthus, with his minion push up against the turret, doing some damage against him. However, Jarvan will teleport up to the top to clean up those minions. Teemo has headed back to base. Trundle doing some more jungling here. Morgana did the same. Looks like she has gotten her Archangel Staff, a great item to have. Adds 3% to of your top mana, or your max mana, to your AP. So the more spells she casts, the more mana she gets. The more mana she gets, the higher AP she gets. So continually using those spells means you get stronger in AP wise. Okay, and she's got to take out these minions that are going to be pushing towards the middle turn here. The middle turn is less than 50%, and Veigar throws a stun on Morgana. Morgana can't get out of it. So much damage against Morgana. However, Veigar takes a little bit of damage from the turret himself. She was not in a good position, and she could not throw down her black shield to absorb some of that magical damage because she was in that Veigar stun. However, the dragon is being taken down by Yi. Oh, an epic Dark Binding. Finally, one connects from Morgana, and Yi is taken out. He is cornered and gone away like dust from Teemo's blow dart. Veigar trying to push that mid turn still. Morgana throws down that black shield before she takes down Veigar. She gets the Dark Binding. However, they're both stunned, and Teemo moves in for the kill. Great Dark Binding from Morgana there through that stun. Perfect timing, and using that black shield before initiating against Veigar is important to try to stop those stun effects and absorb any magical damage. Jarvan rolls into the mid trying to defend that middle position. However, at the bottom, Taric is taking damage from Trundle and Alistair. However, the minions are up against other minions, so they're not taking the fight to the turret yet. The turret is focusing on the minions. Jarvan taking damage from Morgana little by little. He is not taking as much as Veigar or another person would, but Morgana is trying to whittle him down. Karth is up top, trying to do some damage up against that turret. Not having a minion push with him right at this moment. The minions were killed off. And Taric taken down by Trundle, while Teemo moves in and is focusing straight on the turret. Alistair, taking damage from the turret. However, Trundle and Teemo trying to take it out. It's close. However, Yi moves in, the turret is taken out, and they can focus down on Yi. Karth is ulting, and Yi's going to go down. There he goes. Excellent work by focusing that turret and then taking down Yi. Yi had moved in at the wrong moment, putting too much faith in that turret, trying to do enough damage. However, there was barely anything left when he rolled in. Karth is taken out by Veigar, unfortunately, while Jarvan has taken over the position of mid, and Morgana is trying to do some damage against him. The turret is way low, 404 out of 2,550 HP, so if the blue team can focus on that turret, they'll be able to push even farther. Morgana's going to Torment Soil this wave of minions as well, trying to burn through them as fast as she can. Alistair has gone back to base and is now rolling through the lane here, just trudging along. Boom, 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 boom. Such a big bowl. Bam! Teemo has taken out another turret, and they're focusing on Yi. Yi is just staying with those turrets too close. He is putting too much faith in those turrets at this level, while the opposing team can burn through him. However, he was stunned by the ult and by Dark Binding, so he's complaining he was stunned for 5 seconds. Another Dark Binding whiff from Morgana here. Alistair has gone to the bottom. Looks like Teemo might be joining him, just cruising through the jungle here, laying down mushrooms. Great for sight and great for damage. And Karthus, Trundle look like they're going to be going up top, and no opposing force on the minimap yet. However, Veigar has showed up in the mid. There's a Dark Binding from Morgana again, a great stun, and there's a Tormented Soil. However, Veigar teleports out of the way, and throws a stun on Morgana. However, Morgana throws a Ignite on Veigar, and Teemo rolls in like a boss and takes out Veigar and moves back before the rest of Veigar's teammates can reinforce that mid position, and Karthus moves up, as Morgana explains. Captain Teemo, That was incredible coordination there from Captain Timo, just laying down those mushrooms, seeing what the situation was going on the minimap, and rolling in to get the kill. Very, very good teamwork. At the bottom, Master Yi and Alistair are cruising through each other's minions. Master Yi's going to be hitting a little bit of a minion push, but not as much as you'd like. And there comes Karthus trying to get Master Yi. Morgana shows up, throws a Dark Binding, it gets him! Throws a Tormented Soil, right-clicks, and Yi is gone. What an incredible Dark Binding through that tree line. Incredible, incredible, incredible geometry and fast thinking from Morgana. That is a very tough skill shot to land, as you can see, whiffed many times, but once it lands, it is an incredible sight to see as the enemy, the opponent, burns. There is a minion push going on at the mid. At the bottom, Karthus up against Jarvan and Veigar. He's going to have to move back. He's stunned. Oh, he's hit by Jarvan's. Oh, he is taken out very quickly, unfortunately. Not a good time to be on your own when you don't know what the enemy's doing. However, Morgana's in the mid trying to do some damage against these minions and push it up against that turret. And Alistair and Trundle are up top against Nocturne. Nocturne did not see Alistair. Alistair moves in, trying to right-click him down, doing some damage, but he teleports out of there and is able to escape. Unfortunately, Alistair and Trundle. Well, fortunately for Nocturne, but unfortunately for Alistair and Trundle. He throws down a defensive... Oh, and Morgana moves in to try to take down Terran. She ults, and Trundle ults. However, he escapes out of it with a teleport. And another person, Jarvan, is teleporting to the top. And Morgana, Alistair, and Trundle are battling it out between Taric, Nocturne, and Jarvan up at the top, while Timo is mid, and Karthus has just spawned and is coming back to help his teammates. And they're trying to focus down the tower. The turret's down. Moving in with the ults. Morgana lays down a Dark Binding on Jarvan. Karthus ults, does even more damage. Taric is stopped. Down. Timo is chasing Master Yi through the middle of the jungle. Great execution at the top there from that team. And they're going to focus down this turret while they still have minions, which is not for very long. And Trundle's taking damage, so will Alistair. Minions need to come in. Alistair taking a lot of damage. He's almost dead, however, he can throw down a heal. And these minions are going to get burned through, so these heroes can burn through this turret while mid is getting hit by Karthus and Timo. However, now it's time to get the frack out of there as the rest of the team is respawning. And that turret is taken out the mid. 2 turrets down for the red team, or the purple team. However you want to say it. Timo does some damage against Master Yi. However, Nocturne turns around and tries to take him out. Jarvan doing some damage against Karthus. Nocturne on Timo. Morgana shows up. Does incredible damage against Nocturne. There is Trundle doing damage himself against Taric, but it's not enough. There's too many teammates in the mid. Unfortunately, Karthus went down. Morgana has to go back. She has got 3,600 gold. Time to use that on some items. However, she chooses to defend until somebody can take back mid because this turret is low. So she will burn through some more minions, getting that gold. While bottom, there's a little bit of a minion push going on, and top has the... Well, middle has the most significant minion push, while top is leading close behind there, but will be burned through by Jarvan. Morgana trying to see what's going on. Really kind of risky move being that far into enemy territory on her own. However, there is Taric. She decides to go in the... Nope, she's going back. There is not enough information on the board to know what's going on with the opposing force there. So making that kind of judgment to go into the jungle was a bad one. Good thing she pulled back out. And she goes back for items. Timo up top, not going past the river too far, at least trying to take down those minions. However, it looks like he's going to follow these minions. Still a risky move, not knowing exactly who is on the field yet or where they are. Veigar moves through the middle and takes down that turret. There wasn't much HP left. Jarvan and Taric are going through the river down to bottom. However, Karthus and Alistair notice the ping and move back. And Trundle is on the blue buff, taking it out while Timo is running through the river, probably going to lay down some mushrooms here. At the bottom is Morgana, Alistair, and Karthus. Looks like they're going to try to see what's going on, and there's Jarvan and Tarek at least at the bottom. Teemo and Trundle in the mid, still trying to find out who is where. Veigar is up top. Now 3 at the bottom with Nocturne, and 3 at the bottom for the blue team of Morgana, Karthus, and Alistair. Morgana using her Tormented Soul to burn through those minions once again, getting those final kills and a lot of gold, and going through to the enemy territory, figure out what's going on, see if they're going to be defending that turret. It looks like they're not. They're all moving towards the mid because they see that Trundle and Teemo are on their own. They're going to try to get those ganks. Morgana, Alistair, and Karthus have decided to keep pushing bottom to try to get some damage on that turret. If they can, because of the mushrooms from Teemo, they can still see what's going on in those rivers, and they're going to right-click this turret down with 2 minions left. Now 1 minion left. Will they be able to get it before they start taking damage from the turret? Alistair to take a little bit of damage. However, it is totally worth it, and now they have to get out of there because no enemy is showing up on the minimap. They don't know where they are, so they're probably coming for them. Karthus turns around, does a little bit of damage, and Nocturne misses that spell. And all 3, Alistair, Morgana, and Karthus, with their ninja moves of taking out that turret, are now heading back to their turret, while Teemo cleans up the middle of those minions there, while Trundle is up top, trying to find out what's going on, maybe do a little bit of baiting. I know it's hard to bait when you have no teammates there, but to push those minions a little bit further and get some more damage on those turrets. Morgana is at bottom, in the grass, hiding out, seeing what's going on. Now, you're going to see an epic miss. Too late miss. Veigar shows up, she ults. She has her black shield on in time to not get stunned. Just a funny little back and forth between Veigar and Morgana there. As she comments, lols. Cripple fight, says Veigar. Very funny. Alright, defending this turret here. His turret has barely taken any damage, while the opponent's turret, both of them are down. Only 1 left, securing the inhibitor. Nocturne and Master Yi in the mid jungle trying to hit Teemo. Teemo gets out of there. Tarek shows up. There is a clairvoyance from the opposing force to find out what's going on in the mid. Alistair and Morgana are at the bottom. It looks like they're going to push up with that minion. Push. Nope. Morgana's going to stay back in the grass. And now she's going to move up. She sees that there's 4 people in the mid. And Karthus is going to get hit by Jarvan. Teemo staying on Jarvan as well, though. And Nocturne shows up. Everything goes dark. What is happening? Oh, it is a slugfest in the mid. Karthus goes down. However, Karthus ults and does serious damage to the opposing force. Teemo focusing down, trying to Alistair, and can they get him? They get him in the mid. Veigar, the only one left. Morgana shows up, tries to do some damage. Just another great Dark Binding, Tormented Soil, Ignite, and Veigar goes down. So much happening in the mid. I couldn't throw out names as fast as I wish I could throw out names faster, but so much action trying to go on and trying to see if Nocturne was the first one to go out. Veigar is complaining about ult and ignite going down, just being uncalled for. Now Alistair, Trundle, and Morgana in the mid get a push, hit that mid turret, do some damage against it. Master Yi, however, is in the mid trying to do some defensive tactics there, but it's not really going to work since the tower is being focused. However, Trundle moves a little bit in. It does. Now it's Nocturne, Tarek, and Master Yi in the mid. Morgana ults, does serious damage, but Yi's able to get out of it just in time. However, Tarek takes a good brunt force of it, and Trundle able to get the kill even within his own base. Jarvan still alive. I'm sure Tarek is not happy about that. Being killed in his own base. Oh, and a great black shield by Morgana on Trundle as he was being stunned by Veigar. However, Master Yi has showed up, and Jarvan got that encasing rock down. However, Morgana stuns Yi. Oh, Trundle looks like he's taking too much damage. Alistair as well. They're not going to hold. Oh, no. Alistair trying to get out of there as fast as he can. Just running. Teemo trying to move in with a little bit of help. However, Alistair throws... Oh, it's knockback, and Jarvan's going to take him out, it looks like. No, Teemo shows up. Does some damage against Jarvan. So does Karthus. Jarvan taking too much damage. Has to get out of there. Too late. Teemo gets the kill. Alistair barely survives, but his teammates pull through to save him. Incredible teamwork and not giving up by the blue team. Morgana will be getting the blue buff here in a second, trying to target it down. Teemo calls it pro bait with Jarvan chasing Alistair there. Jarvan says, I didn't even know he was the bait. Well, you do now. All right, Morgana at the bottom trying to do a minion push here, burning through those minions with her Tormented Soil. Morgana seeing... Oh no, that Karthus is hurt. She thrills. Karthus doing his ult. Morgana, she knows she's not going to get out of this. She decides to ult herself. Kills Vigar. Oh, her ult goes up and kills Taric and Nocturne. And Master Yi! Quadra kill from Morgana, and Jarvan shows up trying to do some damage. Morgana needs to get out of there. She stuns him, lays down a Tormented Soil. However, he's not taking enough damage, but he does take enough damage from Trundle, and he's trying to get out of there. Will Trundle get the kill? He gets the kill and is aced! Morgana with the quadra kill, and Trundle with the ace. It is now time to push. Morgana is able to heal up using spells against those minions, and with her 35% spell vamp at this time, it looks like this is game. Teemo moving in, trying to get Trundle trying to get that turret down, now getting the inhibitor, and Morgana's going to move in herself, trying to get this turret. And there's the surrender with 4 votes to 1. GG's. Incredible, incredible quadra kill from Morgana. Thank you for tuning in.
Victory!